Hey everybody, this is Rodney Watson. I'm running against Jimmy Stevens in District 3, County Commission. I'm right here at the Pleasant Grove Athletic Complex. Let's see if we can get that in here. This is their football field. And then over here behind me, you can see a concession stand there, and the ball fields are behind me. I picked this spot because the sun is a better position for me. But I wanted to talk to you about this McCalla ball field that I just found out about, and I had a lady call me and ask me if I could help finish this ballpark if elected. And I just got to asking some questions about it and looking at some articles and trying to find out if I would be able to help with this thing if I was elected. Of course, you get a lot of blowback, and there's probably hurt feelings and some embarrassment in the community, and it's not the community's fault. I can tell you right now, it's not my fault. I'm just looking into it. But if elected, and if I was going to help with that, I have to take that responsibility on myself. Everything that's happened, you have to take from 10 years ago up to now, everything that's happened, I have to take responsibility for that to move forward. And for me to help with that project, I would have to look at the original plans. I'd have to make a cost estimate off today's prices. Know what it's going to cost to finish it. Know what's been spent. Know where we're at on the excavating. And we're going to have to see how much money we've got to have to finish it. And then we'd have to try to start from today to raise enough money to either finish the whole thing, or we'd have to take it in phases and get a phase finished and raise money for that, and then finish that phase and get something useful for the community. But the number one thing that's been missing down there is oversight. And why it's important in this election is there's been no oversight on these projects from the county commission. The county's put either 300 or 600 in it. I can't tell from the article. They put 300 and something in it, and they asked for it back and sued, and I don't know if they got it back, and then they put another 300 and something in it in the last few years. Well, when you give money like that, you've got to have oversight. There's just been no oversight. And if I come in there, you make me your county commissioner, the books are going to have to be opened up. And there's going to have to be some oversight. I'm not even saying that I can even put any more county money in it until you open the books up. And let's find out the end cost. And find out which phases we want to finish first. Or we're going to do it all at one time. And we have to have all the money up. All of it for whatever we're going to do, so we know from the start to the finish we can finish our plans. I couldn't even go out and ask somebody for $10 to donate it to the community right now with the way it looks. We may have to form another board and find somebody in the state that has impeccable integrity as far as part of their reputation and ask them to be on the board before we can even ask for corporate donors. We have to get rid of this, for this park, we have to get rid of this cloud of impropriety that's hanging over it. But it's not just a cloud over this park, it's over the whole county. And where you may be having a hard time getting corporate donors for your park because of this issue, the whole county's having a hard time getting corporate investors to come in here. And people will post up, well, they got this job coming, they got this job coming, they got this job coming. You'll find out a lot of these companies, they need to come in here for their particular situation. It was a good choice. It was a railroad that brought them in here. It was a supply of labor. But when companies have other places to choose from, and it comes down to integrity of the government, Birmingham just can't compete. Now, I'm not suggesting one bit that Jimmy Stevens has done anything illegal or corrupt or anything in this instance with this park, nor the storm shelter. I've just asked questions. And I have a hard time as a taxpayer, forget about the election, not understanding where $600,000 went, or even $300,000. And they don't have a finished park. I'll tell you this, when you go to build a house, you'll see people, sometimes they'll try to start a house on their own, on their own money, and they'll get halfway through, and they'll say, well, I'm going to go borrow money from the bank. Too late. You can't go borrow money from the bank after you started a house halfway through. You're going to have to finish it on your own, or you'll have to borrow it against another asset. Because the bank wants to see where everybody's been paid, make sure there's not any liens. If a lien does come up, they want to have a record that it's been paid. If you go to build a house, and you go borrow money against that house, and even if you have $50,000 of your own money, you go get all your financing set up, and you get all your plans, and you get everything laid out, and you take that to the bank, and you give them your end cost. And they'll loan you money against that plan, those lots, and you as your integrity. And then they have a overseer of their loan. When you go to get money from the bank, get a draw, they'll have a bank inspector come out and verify that much work's been done. And then he'll turn your money loose. But if you go in there after you done spent your money, and then you want to borrow some more money, so there's a chance that the bank's going to take that back no matter what. And they got to have a record of where you've paid them. When you get the loan set up right, all the money's went through their bank, and they can answer for it if they have to foreclose on it. They're protecting their interest. The county should have done something similar with this. They should have had some kind of oversight as they give the money out. That's for me as a taxpayer, and I've got a right as a taxpayer to be upset about that. But as far as getting this finished for the community and asking for corporate donors, the books have got to be opened up. The plan has got to be clear and laid out. You've got to have phases of this thing, and we got to have time periods that we're going to be at this point, and then we can use this one if you want to do it over a 5 or 6 year period. I ain't been down there and looked at it. I'm not going to. I want you to see this park right here. You can have a park in McCalla. This is one of the best parks in the area. City of Pleasant Grove watches over this like a hawk. They always have. They have a mayor and council. What goes on over here is known about down at the mayor's office. And if it's known down there, it's known out in the community. I'm going to say this. I got phone calls about this. The community knows what's going on out there at that park. And that park can be finished. But the books have got to be opened up. I would be willing to help get that finished as your commissioner. I'd be willing to help get some donations. But the books have got to be opened up. The plan's got to be clear. Some oversight's got to be over the money. Some end time estimations on a phase of it when we're going to be able to use it. You're probably going to have to put somebody on it that to get this cloud off of it with some that's known in the state as having high integrity. And I'm not saying me. I'm not a known person. I've been born to make it. But you can get that park down there finished. I say it takes 2 years to finish that park. Once you get this cloud out of the way and you get the books opened up and get the plans and sort of go back through the process, let the past be the past, but we're going to have to answer for the past because we got to go ask for corporate donors. And they got some of it. Have they already given the money, or is it just a pledge? The books have got to be opened up, and there's got to be oversight. That's a 2 year project. I was told there was a $3 million figure on that park down there too when it started. That's an $8 million project all day long just from the plans I looked at. It's that kind of money. I'm not going to suspect where the money's went. I had a phone call this morning, a man telling me, that he left and went to another park because of this. Not blaming anybody. But this park not being finished is in District 3. The storm shelter down there is in District 3. It's mishandled. It's mishandled. And the county just gave money and no oversight. Not suggesting any corruption. It was mishandled. You can't mishandle your plans and end up with this right here. Let me brag on Pleasant Grove a minute. We've been through a tornado. They lost, I think, 200 homes that didn't come back. We still have a 2-minute response time on police and fire. Our mayor has done an excellent job over here, mayor and council, keeping this city going. We've got a great park over here. Been here for years. This park is part of Pleasant Grove. I'm not even a big sports fan. These parks are important to your community. They're a gathering point. It's for your kids. But this is the rallying place for your community. And they are about local communities. That's why I have a problem with the county money going in the Birmingham Park and then saying it's going to be for a region. A ballpark is not a regional deal. A ballpark is local. I can help you get that park finished in McCalla, but the books have got to be opened up. There's got to be some oversight, and we're going to have to put that's what's got to be done. You put somebody with impeccable integrity either involved in it, over it, so that we know as taxpayers that if that person is involved in it, you can trust it, because this thing's already got an air of not being able to be trusted. And there's a man, he's a senator in the state of Alabama. I don't know, if he'd be interested. I'm not going to say his name. There's people in this state that just by them simply putting their name on it, the donors follow because they know the money's taken care of. I'm going to let you go with that. I'm not trying to stir a pot up down there in McCalla. I was just trying to find out. But this is another indication of why there needs to be a change at Jefferson County. We got to do things different in this county. We got to do things different. Thank you.